Leonard Randolph Wilkens, known to millions simply as Lenny Wilkens, was more than just a basketball player or coach. He was a symbol of perseverance, humility, and leadership both on and off the court. Born on October 28, 1937, in the heart of Brooklyn, New York, Wilkens rose from modest beginnings to become one of the most respected and beloved figures in the history of the National Basketball Association, NBA. His journey, which spanned decades of passion and excellence, came to a peaceful close on November 9, 2025, leaving behind an unmatched legacy that continues to echo throughout the world of basketball. Wilkens' name is etched into history for an extraordinary reason. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame 3 times, first as a player in 1989, again as a coach in 1998, and once more in 2010 as part of the legendary 1992 U.S. Olympic Dream Team, where he served as an assistant coach. Very few individuals have ever achieved such an honor, and it speaks volumes about his influence across generations of the game. He was also recognized among the NBA's 50 greatest players in 1996 and later included in the NBA's 75th anniversary team in 2021. In 2022, his brilliance as both a strategist and motivator earned him a spot among the 15 greatest coaches in NBA history, the only man to appear on both the 75th anniversary player and coach lists. Wilkens' life was defined not just by statistics or trophies, but by heart, wisdom, and grace. Over the course of his career, he made 13 combined NBA All-Star Game appearances, 9 as a player and 4 as a head coach. His proudest professional moment came in 1979, when he guided the Seattle Supersonics to their first and only NBA championship. In 1994, he was named NBA Coach of the Year, further cementing his reputation as a master tactician and mentor. During the 1994-95 season, Wilkens achieved another remarkable milestone. He became the winningest coach in NBA history, surpassing the great Red Auerbach. By the time he retired, he had accumulated 1,332 victories, a record that stood for many years. Even decades later, as of February 2022, Wilkens still ranked third in all-time wins, trailing only Don Nelson and Greg Popovich. His longevity was astounding. He coached a record 2,487 regular season games, more than any other coach in league history, demonstrating not just skill, but also resilience, adaptability, and unwavering commitment. Though his professional achievements were vast, Lenny Wilkens' wealth was never measured in dollars alone. At the time of his death, his estimated net worth was about $1 million, a modest figure for a man who had touched so many lives. Yet, his true fortune was the respect, admiration, and love he earned from players, peers, and fans across the globe. From Brooklyn streets to college stardom. Lenny Wilkens grew up in the Bedford, Stuyvesant neighborhood of Brooklyn, a place known for its challenges and vibrant community spirit. His father was African American, and his mother Irish American, and from them he inherited both strength and compassion. Raised in the Catholic faith, young Lenny learned early on the values of discipline and humility, qualities that would later define his entire life. At Boys High School, Wilkens played under coach Mickey Fisher and shared the court with future baseball star Tommy Davis. His leadership and playmaking ability shone even then, but it was at Providence College that his talent truly blossomed. Between 1959 and 1960, he earned back-to-back All-America honors, leading the Friars to their first-ever National Invitation Tournament, NIT, appearance in 1959, and all the way to the finals in 1960. When he graduated, he ranked second in scoring in the school's history. In 1996, Providence retired his number 14 jersey, a tribute to the man who had put their basketball program on the national map. Professional playing career, the court maestro. Wilkens entered the NBA in 1960 as the 6th overall pick by the St. Louis Hawks. From his rookie season onward, his court vision, intelligence, and leadership set him apart. Though the Hawks fell to the Boston Celtics in the finals that first year, Wilkens' star continued to rise. Over 8 seasons in St. Louis, he became known as one of the most cerebral point guards of his era, a player who could dictate the rhythm of a game with poise and precision. In 1968, Wilkens was traded to the Seattle Supersonics, where he not only dazzled as a player but also began his journey as a coach. Averaging over 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists per game in his first season with the team, he was named an All-Star 3 times. During his second season in Seattle, he became the player coach, a rare role that showcased his basketball mind. Though the team didn't reach the playoffs under his dual leadership, the Supersonics steadily improved, winning 47 games in the 1971-72 season. His departure to the Cleveland Cavaliers soon after was deeply unpopular among fans, a testament to how much he was cherished in Seattle. Wilkens also spent brief stints with the Cavaliers and the Portland Trail Blazers, continuing to demonstrate his deep understanding of the game. By the time he retired as a player, he had amassed 17,772 career points and ranked second all-time in assists, behind only Oscar Robertson. His 9 All-Star appearances and 1971 All-Star Game MVP award reflected the respect he commanded among his peers. Coaching career, the architect of champions. As a coach, Wilkens was the embodiment of patience, wisdom, and quiet strength. He began coaching the Supersonics as a player coach in 1969 and later became their full-time head coach. After a brief stop in Portland, Wilkens returned to Seattle in 1977, replacing Bob Hopkins mid-season. Under his guidance, the struggling team transformed almost overnight, winning 11 of their first 12 games and reaching the NBA Finals that same season. The following year, redemption arrived. In 1979, the Seattle Supersonics captured their first and only NBA championship, defeating the Washington Bullets in a thrilling series. That victory cemented Wilkens' place in history, not just as a tactician, but as a leader who could inspire belief and unity in his players. His coaching brilliance extended far beyond Seattle. With the Cleveland Cavaliers, 1986 to 1993, he built a formidable team that reached new heights, posting multiple 50-win seasons and a franchise record 57 victories twice. Though they often ran into Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls in the playoffs, Wilkens' Cavaliers were admired for their discipline and resilience. In 1993, Wilkens took the helm of the Atlanta Hawks, where he once again made history. On January 6, 1995, he earned his 939th regular season victory, surpassing Red Auerbach as the all-time winningest coach in NBA history. Though the Hawks never captured a championship under his leadership, they remained consistent playoff contenders, a reflection of Wilkens' steady hand. Later, he brought his expertise to the Toronto Raptors, leading them to their first-ever playoff series win in 2001. His time with the New York Knicks in 2004 to 2005 marked the final chapter of his coaching journey, one that left behind an enduring legacy of excellence. Beyond the court, leadership, faith, and family. After retiring from coaching, Wilkens continued to influence the game as an executive and mentor. He served as general manager and later vice chairman and president of basketball operations for the Seattle Supersonics. He also shared his insights as a basketball analyst, bringing his calm wisdom to television audiences. Yet behind all the accolades stood a man deeply devoted to family and faith. Lenny was married to his beloved wife, Marilyn Reed, from 1962 until his passing in 2025, a beautiful union that spanned over 6 decades. Together, they raised 3 children, Leisha, Randy, and Jamie, and were blessed with 7 grandchildren. His home in Medina, Washington, was filled with warmth, laughter, and love. Wilkens also gave back to the community through the Lenny Wilkens Foundation for Children, an organization dedicated to improving the lives of youth through education and healthcare initiatives. His generosity and humility inspired countless lives far beyond basketball arenas. Final days and lasting legacy. On November 9, 2025, the world lost a giant, not just of basketball, but of humanity. Lenny Wilkens passed away peacefully at his home, surrounded by family. His cause of death was not publicly disclosed, as his loved ones chose to keep those details private. Many believe he passed of natural causes, fitting for a man whose life had always been guided by serenity and grace. Lenny Wilkens' story is not merely about records or championships. It's about the spirit of a man who led with quiet strength and unwavering integrity. His journey from a Brooklyn boy to a Hall of Fame legend embodies the American dream in its purest form. His name will forever stand for leadership, humility, and love for the game. In every sense, Lenny Wilkens will be remembered as more than a coach, more than a player. He was a bridge between generations, a mentor to many, and a true gentleman of basketball. His passing leaves a void in the sport he helped define, but his spirit, like the rhythm of a perfect assist, will live on, timeless and unbroken.